welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, sir, please, before we dive into the topic of the day, we'd like to know more about you. Who are you? And tell us something, please.
Well, the question of who is a very big question, so we're not
Really?
going to go into all that. But I'll just make it very brief. Let's go with the name Spencer Teke.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a brand. I have a couple of other names that fit with that. Like a couple of other AKAs that fit with that.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm sure in the course of introducing me, you said I'm a producer. I keep wanting to differentiate where a producer is from a couple of other people or other aspects in the industry.
Okay.
First, because a producer is somebody that has produced a movie.
Okay.
Yes, and I have to be honest, I've not produced any movie. I've
Okay.
directed, I've acted, but I've not produced. So
Okay.
by the time we start mixing words like that, we're getting it
Yeah,
wrong.
getting wrong. All right,
People
all right.
are pointing fingers and things and stuff. So yeah, but that's it. So I'm
Okay.
Spencer Titeke. I'm coming a couple of other things, but since I'm here on the aspect of the entertainment industry,
Filmmaking.
specifically
Yes.
movie making, I'm a director.
Okay.
Yes, I'm an actor. Yes, then I'm a production manager. I've been more specialized in that production management
Okay.
because in most of my projects, I've been the PM in most of the projects.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's good. Amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, we're honored to have such a personality.
My pleasure. My
We are
pleasure.
spoiled.
Filmmaker.
Filmmaker.
My
Exactly.
pleasure.
Because I was kind of intrigued when, because he corrected me twice.
Okay.
Filmmaker, no film producer. Filmmaker, no. So at least I know the difference now because I was intrigued. I really had to ask the question today. I was planning to ask.
Yeah, filmmaking is a generic name. So if
Okay.
yes, filmmaking incorporate all those other things.
Alright,
But if you
alright.
specify producer, you making it different from maybe you're making it different from a director, different from an actor, maybe different from even an actor coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Mr. Spencer, we would love to know. I think the viewers would love to know as well. What got you into the film industry as a filmmaker, to be precise?
All right. Reality about it is that I've been a lover of movies.
Okay.
I've been a lover of acting. Right from my secondary school days. It's kind of a journey. And Director Leo from Bright Talent Production. You might not know him, Director Leo from Bright Talent Production. And Director Kobe is an apostle right now from Belleville Entertainment. Those are people that I kind of work with them right from secondary school in GBHS Limbe.
Okay.
But when I got to the university, I grew up a little, so I came to the University of Boya, and I was to dive deeply into the industry. But I kind of had some kind of negative thoughts about it because
About it,
of what
okay.
people have been saying about how people get into movies and kind of the immoral things that tends to happen and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and some kind of difficult ways to get into the industry. I won't lie to you. And I asked myself just one question. Will I want to be running behind people to want to get into the industry because I've not been there? So
Yes.
I have to identify another part. This one thing I notice in life is that when you become a value provider or value creator, people tend to run to you.
Definitely.
So identify another part that dive me into the social entrepreneur space, running an NGO.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's another part of me, right? So when I dive into that part now, I become a figure. And from there, I realized that people now can easily get to me. So it will be easier to say, okay, come and be part of this because your image itself or your personality itself can attract
sell.
can attract the public. So you might not be too best in it, but maybe your face can sell. So that's how I found myself into it. So let me just run this through it along. Just cut it like that.
You know, it's quite intriguing because most of the time when you ask people why they got into the film industry, they're like, because I want to tell people about my story. So your own inspiration is quite
No,
different.
I'm
yeah,
just
he's
I'm,
more oriented into the marketing part, the
Exactly.
business part
yeah,
of it.
that's the thing.
Yeah, he has the attention is on him, so he uses it
That's the idea.
to create a space in the industry,
That's the idea.
which is a brilliant way. It's a good trick.
Yeah,
to send you there.
yeah. The reality about it is that I have to. I always say it. The money is not being in front of a camera. I have to say it. A lot of young persons want to act movie. They want to be actors. They want to be stars.
They want to be seen. They want to be
yeah,
in front.
yeah, they want to be seen. I want to be honest. The money is not in front of the camera. The money is behind the camera. And if there's one person I've learned that particularly from is Lensman T from Great Star Production. He keeps saying it is not to go and stand in front of the camera and act and act and act. But the question is, how can you invest in it and get money from it? That's it.
Definitely. Definitely. That's why it boils down to that there's a lot of fake things happening online, social media. Like, you see, we have the impression that no, is blooming, is in front there, it's out there instead. But whereas it's behind,
Yeah.
it's behind the scene.
Yep.
Usually say it.
Yeah, it's behind the scene, and that's where a lot of things is done behind the scene.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. From birth, right? Did you ever see yourself being in the movie industry or in the entertainment industry in general?
Well, I can't say from birth, but I would say maybe in my secondary school days.
Yes.
From Form 4, I could say from Form 4, in my secondary school days, yeah, I already saw myself into it because of the drama club. I've acted in drama club in
Okay,
secondary
okay.
schools and a couple of that. But from birth, I found myself as an artist, music artist. So that is different from how I got into the industry because when it comes to music, I had to start it before even I got to Form 4. Yeah, but it's kind of a rough story too about it though.
So, but we are to know, like, I don't see what happened between artist career and movie career. That transition, what happened? What made you to leave? Is it that the artist world, the singing world
Pay.
doesn't heal?
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, like I said, I'm a lover of entertainment in general.
Okay.
But this is what a lot of people don't know about it. But I diverged from a secular music to gospel
Okay.
in 2012.
Okay.
Now, I gave my life to Christ in 2012, specifically 14th of April 2012. And the reality about it is that I was into secular world,
Okay.
into secular music specifically, and then I gave my life to Christ. I had to pause like for a year without writing lyrics because I was looking for how to put the gospel context together and get into the gospel space. I'm not sure we're going to dive into that because it's kind of a little bit long, but I did it. We did songs with Bless B, with Kamini when I was in secondary school. We did kind of we're in a group, so we did some songs together and stuff. But when I came to Boya, because in Limbe, when I came to Boya, then I became born again in 2012. And I had to pause for one particular gospel scripture, by the way, that caught my attention, Colossians 3:17. That says, in anything you do, be in a word or in a deed, do it in the name of the Lord. So that particular scripture keeps running through my mind. Like, okay, so I have to just hold with music and see if I can divert into gospel. And that's it. So I'm still into music, though, but it's gospel. Reality about it is that gospel music doesn't really sell like secular music.
Yeah.
Truth about it. And if I do anything I do, being it gospel or secular, we're talking about business.
Very important.
We're
We
in
need
the
to put
business
food
world.
on our table.
Yeah, so we're talking about business. But since we're not talking about gospel, so about music, I'm sure we should not just dive on through that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So, Mr. Spencer, as
Yes.
of now, how do you see filmmaking so far? Would you advise someone else to get into it?
Reality is, I'm going to say yes and no because
Okay.
there are people that have passion towards something,
Yeah.
and there are people that turn to develop passion towards something. Means I have passion as in there's an innate passion. Like people have passion from birth that this is what I want. Maybe they're picking it as a career. Whereas some people that turn to pick it as a career. So in the course of picking as a career, you turn to develop passion towards it because you can't make money from what you don't love.
Yeah. Exactly.
Realize about it, right? You'll be killing yourself in the course. Like working as an accountant, for example, and you don't love your job. You realize that you get up in the morning and you're begging to get up from bed to go to work, and just because, and realize you can't have peace of mind. So passion has to feed it. So if I have to generally advise anybody, I'll say yes. Let's go with your heart first, what you love doing.
Okay.
And the next question is that okay, now how will what you love doing put food on your
Put
table?
food on your table. Definitely.
So it has to be original, like it has to be general. If I'm advising to go into music, into movies. Yes, go into it. The next question is that, are you sure I'm going to it right now? Will it be able to pay off? On which part of it should I invest my time into? And that's what I realize about it.
Okay.
Because even in movies, we have figures, right? You have people that are specialized in acting a particular role.
Definitely.
And you can brand yourself to act that particular role.
All right.
There are people that you will never give them gun in a movie because that is not their role. They will never be best in it. And there are people that you give them romantic part, they are the top notch. And give them a mad character or maybe what a mad person part, that's a mad character, they will not do anything. and you
But
feel like
it's-
you
it's
feel like they
not
don't
their
know how
niche.
to act, and you cannot capitalize a best actor to be somebody that can play all the roles. Trust me, you might end up being a jack of all trades, master of none.
In other words, you're trying to say that filmmaking is actually uh it's okay with you, like it's doing well, and so you advise anybody that wants to go into it to go into it as if it's their passion, and if they know where they're heading to, if to
Yeah.
for them to first of all analyze if what they're doing is what they want to do, to be able to put food on their table.
And most importantly, also they need to be focused on.
Exactly.
Take one part to follow. Don't try to play all the roles. Like know that okay, you know yourself. You know that by default, you are not a brutal someone. So for you to get into a movie and act a brutal role, violence role might not really go with your personality because you might not have that. How do you say that facial that expression?
Facial.
They might not see it. You might do it, but the thing is that you don't reflect it.
Yeah.
So you might tend to kill the role also. I think
Yes,
that's what
yes,
it
yeah,
is.
I think that's exactly what I'm saying because it comes from within. You have to pour in your emotions. And the
Yes.
reality about it is that, in as much as acting is more of, it means the word acting already means that you're creating something, right?
Definitely,
Yeah. So you're
yes.
doing something. You're becoming somebody that maybe you are not, but you are being that person.
You're being the person.
And
Yeah.
imagine that, let's say for example, imagine that you're a type that you are not comfortable with some sexual harassments. That's your personality now
By default.
by default.
Yes.
So you're not expecting you to come and play that type of role. Maybe
Yeah.
that they have to have sex with you in a hotel or and stuff like that. Maybe you're not comfortable. But the reality about it is that to really make it look nice, you might have to go too close to that act. Not to the act, but too close to
Too
the
close
act.
to it,
Yeah.
yeah.
You get it? And emotions can pour in. And maybe some people may want to classify you from that, or maybe classify you from that, or disqualify you from that. But imagine you give somebody that is a good preacher to preach in a movie. Trust me, you feel like that's the best actor in the world.
That man will
Right?
preach for heaven.
You get the point, you get the point.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the reality about it, is that some people you need to identify what you're best at. And there's some audition they might call for and they say do this. And if you know you cannot do that, you can simply say that, okay, I'm not comfortable with doing this one. Can I do this one? Good producer or good directors might say, okay, go for it. Somebody that
Yeah.
might want to know that if you can really play something.
Yeah,
It must not be what exactly they're giving you.
Let me try this talent and see.
See,
Do something. Let's see.
perfect.
Yeah.
You get. Yes. So to me, I think it's very okay.
Yeah, correct. No, no, no. In that line, I'm curious about your stuff, your challenges in the industry. Like you said, we are all growing in it together. What are some of these challenges that you have encountered, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I have to be honest with you that I've encountered a lot of challenges, and to say I've overcome the 100% is a lie.
Okay.
The reality about it is that I'm going to use our population,
Okay.
and I'm going to give you what I've analyzed about the movie market.
Okay.
All right. First, I would say one of the major reasons why Netflix, for example, gave one of the criterias, I think for Africans, for them to get your movie on Netflix is to have a Nigerian in your movie.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's one of the criteria, to have a Nigerian actor, a renowned Nigerian actor in your movie, is because of Nigerian population. Now let's go into business. Nigeria has 217 million plus population.
Yeah.
Cameroon has just about 27 million population.
Yes.
All right, now, so if Netflix want to buy a movie, they are looking at a possibility where they can get at least 50% of Nigeria's population to subscribe.
Exactly.
So that's business.
Yeah.
It's all about the business.
You will not
It's
you will
no
not you will
hard
not blame
feelings there.
them,
Yeah,
right?
No,
You will
no,
not blame
you
them.
cannot. In that line is
You
perfect.
get it. Now let me talk about Canquitus. That's somebody I admire in the space. When Canquitus had Fisherman Diary, there was ransomware in it.
Definitely.
Yeah, you get. And
Yes. That's a
Netflix could buy, and
renowned-
Netflix could buy it, and Netflix bought it. You get it. Now, Canquitus came up with Ngannou. There was an American actor, I forgot his name, American actor in it.
Yes.
Good.
I
So-
think it's
so-
a black man.
yes.
Yes.
Netflix has to buy it. Now the point here is, before Netflix is coming into your project, they should know first who is pulling, like I spoke about the face, who is pulling these people
Traffic there, yeah.
to my platform. So now the first challenge that personally I'm having here is how to navigate all through this and still do a movie and be able to make money from it.
Okay.
And the fashion. That's the reason I cannot say 100% that I've overcome it because I'm still studying how to bypass that.
But now, from the way we talk, from the way you just spoke, we have the impression that Netflix is like the king of the movie industry. Is it
There
that
are
without
other
Netflix we
platforms to
cannot
sell
sell
the movie.
anymore,
No,
or how?
there are a lot of platforms they can sell. A reason is just because I have to be honest with you, Netflix is growing big. And secondly, Netflix is putting one of their best movies in the world on their platform. What I mean is they're putting quality content.
Okay,
And
okay.
people want to watch quality.
Definitely.
Yes, so that's the reason why they also have a criteria from the gadget you use.
Yeah.
So they want people want to watch content. So there are a lot of other platforms like I think it's Prime Videos and a lot of other Amazon and a lot of other platforms. And the question is, can those platforms buy your movies? Yes. Trust me, they can. But honestly, I'm not sure they pay that high like Netflix.
All right.
So
I get another point.
yeah, so people always want to aim to the people that will give them much money.
And definitely, because we keep aiming for Netflix, we keep targeting the
To
quality
meet up
to
with their
give them.
standards.
That's how they keep growing. They keep putting in place that authority in the industry.
Perfect.
As time is going, they get the industry like
And
they have
that's
a
the
grip
movie
of
world.
it.
And that's the business.
And it's a fact because the next 5 years, 7 years, they will be the sole king.
Yeah, and the next challenge, well, I just believe that with time, or they always say innovation is what changes perspective in every business. So if they tend to be innovative, they can be the king, as you said. But I always believe that nobody is beyond competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
You get?
Definitely.
Yeah, nobody's
yeah,
beyond
for that
competition.
one,
You right?
Because before they came,
Yeah, there were
we
other
had
platforms.
other platforms
Yeah,
that
other
are also
platforms.
like
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
they
so
came now they have
They
disrupted the
pass it.
market.
I always say the same thing like Express Union. Express Union was
King
boastful
Kong.
until
Yeah.
mobile money came. Right?
And the impact was immediate.
Yeah, until mobile money came and boom,
Yes.
Express Union died off the market.
Yeah, so
That was it. So another challenge in the industry which I faced so far is the fact that in as much as we want to say that maybe we are not good in presenting, I must say maybe we are not. I'm not saying I'm not for sure, but maybe we're not good in presenting our project to life. But I would say that one of the greatest challenge we have in Cameroon is the fact that Cameroonians are not consuming Cameroonian products.
That's a very big challenge,
I think
honestly.
I think I have a worry about that.
Okay,
We are all human beings.
perfect.
We all love what is good.
Good
When you
things.
see a good thing, they don't need to. Nobody don't need to tell you
Perfect.
that is good. So I boil down to that part that when Cameroonians like complain that when people are in the industry that Cameroonian don't consume their product now, I go down now to the quality of it.
Okay,
The quality of it because Cameroonian movies are in line with Nigerian movies
Okay.
of this age.
yeah,
Now Nigerian movies are up there.
yeah,
Cameroonian movies are down here.
okay,
So it's difficult for a normal human being. Let's put our shoes in
Yeah,
of a normal human being
exactly.
that wants to watch a movie. He will not forgo quality Nigerian movies for
movie.
poor Cameroon movie. And when I'm saying poor, I mean maybe
No,
the
no,
quality,
quality, I
not
understand.
the message, because the
Yes.
message are
And
very good.
To be honest, we'll say that most of the movies that you've probably directed, if anybody is watching it, should be someone who is close to you,
Okay.
someone who knows
Most of the
you,
time, our
just your
movies are
circle.
around.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just normally it boils down to the quality of the video.
Right, I'm
Yes.
going to come to that.
Okay.
Right, I love the specifics, honestly, right?
Okay.
I understand that we are in the business world, and you guys are talking as consumers,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is very
exactly.
wonderful. I understand that. Now, but I want to make you understand that. Do you know that a brand sells? Now, I'm not going to call mobile phones here. I'm not going to call
Yeah.
any brand, but not for publicity purposes. But I'm going to compare. I'm going to compare iPhone and Google Pixel. Right, I've
Okay.
done my research. And trust me, no offense, Google Pixel beat iPhone's top 10,000 times.
Okay.
Perfect. But do you know what is selling the iPhone? It's a name
Yeah.
iPhone. It's a brand. That is
Okay,
selling.
you mean Google Pixel in terms of what it can do?
Yes,
Capacity, the
quality from the
quality.
camera quality to
Yeah.
anything. It beats
Okay.
iPhone 10,000
All
times.
right, I understand.
You get the
Yes,
point? Now,
yes,
but what is selling iPhone is the
Is
quality.
the-
You will see
is the
iPhone,
main-
I'm sure, is 14 with 3 camera, and everybody's talking about 3 camera. I'm not even calling iPhone. Hey, that guy get 3 camera.
Yeah, yeah.
And our orientation is already tilted towards iPhone.
Perfect. Now the problem is the brand. I understand that. To be honest with you, I'm not going to compare any industry or this or stuff. But the reality about it again, I started by talking about the population of Nigeria. Remember well, I spoke about Nigeria's population. It has 270 million plus
Yeah.
population. Cameroon has 27 million. It means that it's not up to 10%, if I'm not mistaken, of Nigerian population.
Somehow like that, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now the point here is Nigerians have the population that push their content out, that consume their content. Now let's come back to Cameroon. It's not like we have poor quality content. That's the truth about it. But the truth about it is that in a continent where there's already 270 million population that's pushing a particular content on media, TikTok will want to refer that country more than referring Cameroon. That's 27 million. That's social media we're talking about here.
Definitely.
All right. TikTok just banned their stream, their subscription in, I'm sure it's Africa. But before they banned in Nigeria, I'm sure they also banned in Nigeria. But before they banned in Nigeria, it started in Cameroon. Question is, why they started in Cameroon? Cameroon is 27 million. And I'm sure they can reconsider in Nigeria. There are possibilities that Nigeria benefits from Facebook subscriptions and Facebook monetization. That Cameroon is not eligible. Question is why? Population. So the problem is not our content. The problem is that we have a fewer population to push this content.
But now, I'll take you on that.
I'm sorry, it's politics right now.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
Cameroon
take you
has
on that.
Cameroon has two different languages.
Yes.
Now, remember the part of Cameroon that is talking about Nigerian content into
Is the
Cameroon
English
is the
speaking.
20% of Cameroon.
Okay.
You get the point?
I get
And
you.
this 20% of Cameroon is about, let's say it's about 7 million, for example. And this 7 million is talking against 270 million for crying out loud. Is this
No,
300?
no,
Is
but-
this 300 we're
but-
talking about? I was
Wait.
300, right?
Get-
General Brockler. It's
get-
300 we're talking about.
Oh, wait. See, right. We'll take an example, the Ghanaian industry.
Okay.
It's doing well.
Yeah, it's doing well.
We are watching it. And our population is close to them.
Ghana, yeah.
Now, it's just to put in line with Cameroon also. Now, let's come down to Cameroon. When Can Quintus put out the Fisherman Diary, nobody needed to tell you that you can watch the movie.
Exactly.
And we all see the quality there. Based on what I'm just trying, what we are trying to say is that we think that somehow Cameroonians don't take the film industry serious like the way they claim they take it. Like that reinvestment to make it better. Because when you get the quality, like if you take series of film from a production house, right? 10 films in a row, the number 11 will look like the first film.
Okay.
It's like we don't do any progress.
Repeating,
It's no
there's
progress.
no
We are
renovation.
just turning round, right?
Okay.
What? Now, I believe that if people like that are behind the scene, if you guys put more focus on the quality of what you give out there, it doesn't matter the population you have, because Can Quintus with Fisherman Diary and Gano have proven to us that it is not a problem of population. It's a problem of quality and maybe marketing strategy, because the truth is that that man has a good market strategy. Before even Ganu get into the market,
He has been talking about it
without
ever
making
since.
any publicity. We are just using it as an example
No, perfect.
for us to better understand the content in which we are talking, so that our audience out there that are also following us can understand what we are trying to say.
Well, like I said, I'm happy with you guys are talking from the consumer's perspective, right? I'm not going to talk much about Fisherman Diary, but I'm not going to talk much about the analysis Fisherman Diary.
Okay.
But I want to focus on the marketing, as you said, right?
Yes.
The market for Fisherman Diary, the story is wonderful, right? It has to do with sustainable development goal 4, quality education, which is wonderful. All right. But the market of Fisherman Diary, to be honest with you, came from the fact that Count Quintus had to market this film for about 50 million, for example, to Netflix. And Netflix criteria is that you have to put a renowned Nigerian actor into your movie.
And he got
Perfect, right? Now, how the market grew? The market grew because there is Rancy Noah in Fisherman Diary, and he's renowned, and there is about 270 million population in Nigeria
one behind
that will love to watch that movie because of Rancy Noah. One, what about marketing right now?
Yes.
Right? Now, Netflix will want to buy that particular movie to put it on Netflix because of Rancy Noah. That's the reason why there was a time Kanku just had a fight. I don't know the fight. They exchanged awards with, I'm sure, Zach Oji in Cameroon some time back. And he made a statement. He openly said that Nigerians are not helping Cameroonians because he paid Rancy Noah millions to be in that movie. So that was not help.
definitely.
Because I paid you to be in my movie.
Yeah, it's business.
That's business.
It's business.
So there was no help. So I'm sure it was Zach Oji that said that Nigerians are coming to Cameroon to come and help Cameroonians, and Cameroon just got furious about it.
It's business.
You get the
it's
point?
business.
Because he says that, okay, you want to say that if Rancy Noah pay his flight, come to Cameroon, book his hotel, and feed himself, that was help.
Part
That was
of
help,
the movie.
Yeah, and be part of
That
the
is
movie,
help.
that was help. But if we agreed and we negotiated and I paid you 1 million, you charged me 10 million, I begged you and you negotiated, I paid you 1 million, you come here, I lodge you in the hotel and feed you, that's payment, it's not help.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly.
Tell me you give me discount, it's very okay, but that's still payment.
Yeah.
Payment is payment. As long as there's a payment, no matter the amount, you accepted the payment now. It's no help.
Now, logically, that is business. You get it?
Yeah.
So let's not talk about the quality. Fisherman Diary is a good film, has wonderful quality. You get it?
Yes.
The reason we're talking about Fisherman Diary is because one of the films that has been on Netflix, Ngano and maybe and the Lots of Lot 2 is coming on Netflix, right? Very soon. But the idea here is Fisherman Diary is the one most people know about just because of that. There are many movies I can list to you that you have not watched that has good quality. Now there's a movie I'm sure is by Cindy Emade, Silent Storm. We did Silent Storm in Cameroon and Nigeria copied Silent Storm. Now the question now is social media was just making noise like if it came from Nigeria, it could have been like we stole them. But nobody is saying that Nigeria stole Silent Storm from Cameroon.
Yeah. That one is clear.
You get the point. But
Because of the
Stephanie,
positioning.
yeah, Stephanie, I'm sorry, Cindy Emade, I'm sure she's the one. This Silent Storm, if I'm not mistaken, that's Cindy Emade or Stephanie Storm, but I'm sure one of them. This Silent Storm, and Nigerians copy it. But thank God that they already premiered Silent Storm before Nigeria is doing Silent Storm. Same title.
And
Okay,
probably
so-
similar history.
Yes.
Maybe it's
Similar stuff, yeah.
yeah, but those are amazing movies. Trust me, Cameroonians have amazing movies.
Normally, the talent is there, but who to consume is the problem.
No, that's the problem. The problem is because the consumers, which I'm pointing at you guys as as a sample of the population, they
can go on.
yes, the consumers. Let me tell you how we watch movies, right?
All right.
We watch movies in Cameroon and looking at our pronunciations. We watch movies in Cameroon looking at the way somebody is standing. We watch movie in Cameroon looking at the way somebody is reacting. Like now, like now, I'm
we
doing
are
this
too
on camera, and
judgmental.
yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, in
But now I've
Cameroonians,
analyzed that. I've decided to watch Nigerian movies like that.
All right.
No, I've decided to watch Nigerian movies like that. No offense. So if people want to watch movie and want to check our English pronunciations and want to check the way we are lipping our eyes and whatsoever, and tell that, why did you make your eyes so? Why did you get the point? So we are not being perfect in the screen because we are struggling to make you not to say anything while you're watching at us. But trust me, one of the most horrible films I watched in my life, God forgive me, but it's are Nigerian movies.
Okay.
Now, I used to be a big fan of Nigerian movies before. You get it? But I tend to realize that these are purely English colonized country that has English errors. And that not say part of, I say purely English colonized country that has English errors from Britain direct. But has English errors.
This, if we are looking at the British English.
No. I mean, it's not British English. I'm just saying they have English errors.
Okay.
You get the point. So I have to bring that into the scene to make the consumers of Cameroon that is having problems with our English pronunciations in the movies to understand that we are not the ones only.
Yeah, and also one thing is that they have been used to a lot with Nigerian pronunciation, everything that when now we give something different from what they have been used to, it's like it is a problem.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now you get now I'm happy now I was reasoning it now not as a consumer but as a producer. Yeah, you get the point now.
Yeah, but the fact is that for us to sell, like for you to sell, I must reason as a consumer
No, I understand.
because it's a consumer that is going to buy. It's not the producer.
Okay, I was on set. I'm sure there's a movie, Pressure, the recent movie I directed. So we're still working on the movie though. So there was a movie Pressure on set, and I'm sure there was a script, and I'm trying to look for a word. There was a word that this particular actress keep using. It's a Nigerian word, and we keep correcting her. And she keep using it. I'm trying to pick the word. She keep using the one. Keep correcting her. And at some point, I got furious. I'm like, no, this is not a Nigerian film. And then my problem now is because this person is a lover of Nigerian movies. I have a problem with
Yeah,
people
they're
loving
already
Nigerian movies, right?
addicted to it, yeah.
But don't use their languages. Don't use their tongue. This is where they will take and insult us. You get? This is where they'll pick and insult us and start telling us how we cannot grow without them. Because we're using their language, they're using their tongue. And that's one horrible thing about Cameroon too, is because even in churches, the best worship songs are Nigeria. Now, I always want to bring this because they'll say in Christianity, love is love. But one
Mr.
of
Spencer, I don't think we want to go
No.
to that
Okay.
direction. So
Alright.
let's just focus on the main
Okay.
issue. We
Fine,
do
Something
it.
or somewhere.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing back. No, thank
you.
you for bringing back all that. Thank you, I
Okay.
appreciate.
Okay, so you've been someone in the movie industry in Cameroon movie industry for some time now. So what are those things that were there that were not there and they are now before that has created an impact that have kind of changed the situation of the Cameroon movie industry?
Reality about it is that let us go with technology in general. Before we're not having this type of screens to watch movies. Before we're not having social media to watch all these things and
Yeah,
stuff.
so sell it
Yes,
fast.
stuff. So reality about it is that the world is evolving,
Okay.
and with this thing, with this technology age, anybody can really succeed if you put your mind to the commitment and the consistency. I always say the truth about it is that the consistency. Like if I have to do executive coaching right now or business consultancy, I would say that if there are two people you have to employ in your company, make sure you have a smart thinker and a hard worker.
Okay.
Get? So it's the same thing in any industry. Whatever thing you're doing, you have to make sure you are smart in how to navigate the internet, how to navigate the social media space, and somebody that
Explore
have the
the
energy,
opportunities and resources that are around
yes,
you.
to push it. So the differences is just simply clear
The
that
technology.
before people could only push out their movies and make money from it because of the technology. But now technology has grown. Social media has expanded. Now we can see
Definitely.
other platforms. TikTok is recent. Trust me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very recent.
Yeah.
very
So,
recent.
but people are expanding and making a lot of waves on social media. So, it has grown. It has expanded.
So do you see Collywood beating Nollywood anytime soon?
No,
That
no.
one,
The reality about it is that I'm not going to go into that as a competition.
Okay.
The reason is because I've had one or two communications with a couple of Nigerian actors and some few directors that I'm close to, and they are struggling to come to Cameroon to shoot their movies. Now the reason is because, according to them, according to what they told me, they've exhausted all their locations in
One
Nigeria.
new environment.
Yes, they want new environment.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Instead, I'm looking at. I'm seeing a future of collaboration instead.
All right.
Not
Definitely,
not a
definitely.
future of
Competition.
not a future of competition.
Okay.
I'm seeing a future of collaboration. Because if
Yes.
there's one thing, I have to be honest, if there's one thing that I want to do is to want to collaborate with a Nigerian. First, because of their market.
Yeah.
I'm a
Definitely.
business person. I have to be honest to you, right? If my one content go out there, let me use an example, a Nigerian content goes out there and 50% of that population goes on YouTube and watch it, that's 100 million views.
Exactly.
Are you seriously kidding me right now?
Definitely.
You get it? So that's for me, it's collaboration. So I'm seeing the future of collaboration instead of competition.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing us want to beat whosoever, but I'm seeing us want to work
Collaborate,
together. Yeah, that's what
Bring
I'm
it
saying.
and make it together.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now, let's talk about your personality as a
Maker,
filmmaker.
yeah.
How has filmmaking affected your personality, who you are?
Well, I have to be honest with you. I'm sure in one of my things here, I spoke about people having their personality and the things they can do,
Yeah.
Yes.
no matter how
definitely.
you twist it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have to say, filmmaking haven't really affected my personality. To be honest with you, it's just to me. I think it's just another line that I found myself in, that is pushing globally and also looking at the possibility of creating impact and also making a name. So the reality about it is that that's why I keep correcting producing, because the movies I want to produce, the project I want to produce right now, I'm working on 2 projects I want to produce by the grace of God by December, and I'm hoping to have one even between now to May. The reason is because I'm from the entrepreneur space. I'm from the social entrepreneur space. Sorry, so I'm from the sustainable development space.
Okay.
Yeah. So from the civil society organizations area that I'm found myself in, I believe anything that I want to project out there to the world, it should be something that has to do with either one to the 17 sustainable development goals. So anything I want to do has to do, either do with quality education, zero hunger, no poverty, and so on. Maybe partnership for the
course,
goals,
climate
17,
change,
climate change, yeah, which I think is what you're into. So
Yeah.
so a lot of others, you get a point. So, but when it comes to my personality and the screen and or the movie making in general, I think it's just the same. That's why if you check most of my roles that I've played in movies, they are just always roles that either I'm counseling or roles that just professional roles. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So that speaks of who you are in
Yes,
normal life.
yes, normal. Yeah, the thing. So like, I might never have to play a role that I'm in a club. Never. I will never play a role that's, I don't know, but I can play a role that it happens that I pick a gun, but not from the from
Rascal way.
yes, not from I'm looking for a word.
Drug
Um,
deal way.
not from a terrorist aspect. Not from a terrorist part, maybe from a defensive part, or maybe from a protecting part.
Okay, prefer
Yeah.
the police, not the criminal.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah,
all right.
yeah, not from the terrorist
I
part.
feel-
That
I
stuff.
feel
Yeah,
you.
so yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about an upcoming youth that want to get into the entertainment industry, and principally is interested to be behind the scene, because we have people that love just behind the scene. They don't want to be in front there. They love to direct, to guide, lead people, others. But now they don't know how to go about it. What can you tell a youth out there
Okay.
the steps how they can do from where they are to be like you?
All right. Reality about it is that I belong to 2 major platforms. One is a movie production house. One is a community. Right. The first one is the first one is Grace Hour Production, which I happen to be the manager of that production house. Well, in Grace Hour Production, we train movie makers. Like I said, it's a general name, movie makers. So you want to be an actor, you want to be a producer, you want to be a director, you want to be a DOP, you want to be anybody that is either in front the camera or behind the camera. We train you. So I might not want to go through all this, but it's a journey in own. We have an academy we want to launch soon called the Grace Award Production, the Grace Award Multi-Talented Production, Grace Award Production Multi-Talented Academy. That's it.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll be launching that soon. We'll be teaching all this. But presently, we're already doing that. We want to launch it now as a school, as an academy.
Okay.
We'll be doing that. So it's very possible for somebody to getting to be part of all those if you're interested. And I'm sure they can get to this particular platform to get
Yes,
to
yes,
me.
of course,
Yeah,
of
to get
course.
platforms get to me if they want to get in contact to the Grace Hour Production. And the second one, which I belong to, is like I said, it's a community. This one is a community of filmmakers. Community of filmmakers coming together. It means that production houses have found themselves into this community. It's called the Boya Film Community. Now, I'm the vice president, or I'm the active vice president of the Boya Film Community. And with us two at the Boya Film Community, one of our major objectives is to see how we take talents and give them a limelight.
Okay.
Yes, so we can still meet somebody that belongs to a production house and say, okay, I'm part of the Boya Film Community, I have a project, and say, okay, you want to be part of it. The same thing we do at Grace Hour Production, but Boya Film Community is other production houses coming together and putting their head together and see how they can collaborate to go out there. Like I said, right, we are not looking at competition. We compete with Nigerians. We're looking at collaboration. And we believe that this collaboration starts within us.
First,
If we start collaborating among ourselves at production houses, then realize that
because
now that
strong, have more value.
Perfect.
To propose for a deal.
perfect. So someone who can also become a member of the Boya Film Community, and you become a member, you have some a lot of other benefits. First of all, I want to talk about the projection, because the Boya Film Community recently launched their website, and one of the objectives of that website is to design a blog that is focused on projecting their members, writing about their members. They are going out there, maybe they're asking a particular movie, they write about you, how you're on that set, maybe what you're doing, and they just want to project their members. And that's one of the main objectives for that particular blog.
Let's say that as much as possible.
Yes.
Now, the Boya Film Community, is it only for filmmakers kind of thing? Is it also something, is it open for bloggers out there that want to join? I don't know. for influence people that are like, I don't know, social media managers?
Yeah, I would say it's only for filmmakers in
Filmmakers,
general.
yeah,
So you must
okay.
either be a producer, a director, you must
An
be
actor.
yes, you can even be a makeup artist,
Okay,
but that
yes.
you are focused in
In the film
film, yes,
industry.
Okay,
because
you are around, you're
yes,
there, you're
yes,
there.
yeah, you might be a costumer.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are crews members of a movie project. So you can still be a consumer. You can be an editor, somebody that edits scripts. You can still be a script writer,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah. So
You should
you
be at
should
least an
be in
actor
yeah, you should be in the
in the
filmmaking.
filmmaking
Yes,
industry.
yeah, I think.
Okay,
Very
okay, okay.
interesting. So, for the last question for me, very curious. Is there any particular thing that you've noticed that keeps going on that the Cameroon film industry keep making mistakes, and what are the recommendations you can give for this?
Well, the first thing I've noticed is that in this particular industry, it's not only in the industry of filmmaking though, but one thing I've noticed in the industry is that our elders don't want to accept the fact that the junior ones that are coming up are turn to be more innovative.
Okay.
They
Okay.
turn to be more pushing. They turn to be consistent and resilient. They don't want to just accept that. And it's become a problem because they will not want to support a young person that is doing something that they never did. That is a major problem we are facing today. Because there are a lot of young people that are doing amazing things. And just because it's coming from this particular young person or coming from a young person, they wish it was them.
Doing
And
it.
yes, doing it. And because their time has passed, let me say so,
Yeah.
from doing it, or maybe they never had that knowledge to do it then, they find it very difficult to push the young person. Because they have the platform, they have the connect.
Exactly.
They have
They,
it. They have
they
it.
can they
They
can
have
pull
what
a
it
young
takes to actually pull somebody.
yeah
out
they
there.
can they can pull somebody. But maybe because it's coming from I could use the word envy, but I don't even want to use I don't want to use the word envy because to me it's kind of
Sounds so negative.
no
kind of
it's
thing.
not negative. It's that to me I think they're just being stupid. No offense.
Okay.
Yeah. To me, they're just being stupid because if we must grow, we must accept that there is a generation change in growth.
Fact, and change is constant.
That's the thing. Generation change is growth. It's just listen. There's no magic, right? A father is a father, even if you twist and how that part,
He
that part.
remains a father.
You get the point, right? So I'll come back that young comers or us that were still growing into the industry, we should keep respecting the elders there. But please, elders, you should understand that we have sense, some level of sense more than you now. It's not because we have gone to school more than you. It's because the internet world has made us to have the knowledge you never had.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think they have lot to gain to push our young ones in front.
That's the thing.
Because it's a legacy they're building. Like
Exactly.
it's clear the young one is from there is as a result of you.
Perfect.
Nobody will ever change
Change
yeah.
that. Change
It's
that.
a fact. And also, I think also one point is that they don't want to learn. Also, they want to believe that
They
what
want things
what
to
we
keep
know,
to be done the way
the
they
way they did
knew
it,
Or the
exactly.
old style.
the old style.
Exactly.
Yeah. We were the one who started it. It has to be done
like
in
that.
this way,
Yeah.
and which is a huge problem. So now, before we round it up, I'm curious about your strategy. How do you do it to survive in this industry? Because we all know that this industry is not an easy one to make it there. How do you survive? What are your strategies? How do you do it?
All right. If you're asking me how I make money from the industry,
Yes, let us go there. Let us go.
all right, I have to be honest with you. I have to be honest, perfectly honest. I've not reached that level to be boasted at making money from the industry. Now, the reason is because you see, entertainment is a space you invest in to reap in the future. From music to movies to modeling to anything, comedy.
Yes.
You have to invest in it before you reap in the future. That's the reality about it. So anybody getting into the entertainment industry, my first plea, please, if you're not an entrepreneur, become an employee. Get a job.
Make a living.
Yes, get a job. I'm Spencer at Teke. That's a brand. The brand came from a marriage and relationship counseling career. Then it went to a freelancing career that is a website designer.
Very interesting.
You get it? So then before that, I'm a business coach. So I already have the things I'm doing that's generating income. Before I'm
paying
instead
you
using the
now.
things to invest into movies. Because I know now that when I'm putting my money into movies, I'm targeting Netflix, I'm targeting Prime Videos, I'm targeting Amazon and other people that will buy my project. Now that's when now the investment now will reap the returns.
Okay.
But apart from that, don't just dive into movie making and you think you can grow immediately and start making money. First, like I said, the money is always behind, not even in front. Because
Not
most
even in front.
often we don't pay actors as we're supposed to pay them. And even when you turn to pay actors that are expensive, you realize that you might disrespect an actor if you don't have good ethics. Or if your money is aching you, if your money is disturbing
And
you,
you are not
I've given you
seeing-
millions and you're not acting my role, well and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I just think first of all we just to go around things. Let me use the opportunity to just say it. I was the one that did Count Quitu's website.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So like I said, I'm a website designer.
Okay.
Yes, I did Count Quitu's website. I did the website of Chief of Valerie. And those are gifts. Normally, I did it for free and give them as gifts. So I did a website with Chief of Valerie. I did a website for Montana Peters.
Okay.
And I did a website for Boya Film Community. So those are just gifts I did, and give them. Now, it was a kind of appreciating some elder brothers in the space. Trust me, I won't lie. Those are elder brothers in the space. And I always say that if you have an elder brother and the best way you can learn from them is to see how you can serve them.
First, you must serve before you can be served.
Yes, you get the point. So
Definitely.
all what I'm struggling to do is I want to serve them so that I can catch their secret of how they made it to succeed to that level before I can get there.
Okay. Then when you get there, you take us there.
No, so we're gradually moving on. So that's to me, that's the secret behind it. The reality about, like I said, get a job. If you don't have a job, don't just come and take a career in the movie industry and think you will make money from the very first month. You might stay in the industry like 1 year without making up to $1 million.
Okay, yeah,
Trust me.
so like to make it simple, this thing is divided into 5 phases.
Okay.
First of all, be a professional.
Okay.
Learn a skill, put it at the service of somebody, earn a living.
Perfect.
Then there become a freelancer.
Perfect.
There become a small businessman. Then move now into entrepreneurship. Then you are now a founder. So
Perfect.
take it gradual. Let's
That's a
stop
step.
skipping the
telling you.
stages
The
that
stages.
no, from zero I just want to become an entrepreneur. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. How do you expect people to serve you whereas you have never served?
Serve them. That's the
How
thing.
will you manage them?
That's
All
true.
right, so thank you very
I'm
much.
honored. I'm
So
honored.
we've gradually come to the end of this session.
Appreciate it.
But it was an amazing one. I
Thank
think
you.
the audience will have learned a lot today.
Sure, I'm sure.
yeah.
Though I'm sure I said a lot of things though, so I don't know
Yeah.
what exactly.
No,
I-
no, don't
Yeah.
bother. We'll definitely have you back. Again,
Alright,
you know,
okay.
we just hope that you get fast with your tight schedule so that you
Okay.
squeeze a little bit of time for us. You know,
Perfect.
we need guidance. We need your guidance. We need
Serious.
your guidance.
And I'm sure we'll be
Alright.
learning every day as we're pulling on visit. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
So with that, we'll say thank you, Meiva. Thank you for
Thank you,
accompanying me.
Mr. Spencer, for joining us.
My pleasure. I'm honored.
All right, guys. Thank you. And remember, if you have any worry, any question, please drop it at the comment section. And also, if you would like to be part of our platform, is simple. There'll be a Google form at the first comment. There'll be a Google form there. Just go and fill it, and we will get to you to make the necessary arrangement for you to be there also, so that you can share with us, the audience, your experience and your know-how in the industry. Please, don't forget, you can make it. It's possible. All you need to do is to plan the future you want. You can create it.
Perfect.
As we always say, remember, this is Fexify Studio, the home of Cameroon entertainment.